Oh, we're live. I think we're live.
We're
We're
live?
My hair's wonky. Are we? Okay. Some of this is going to be us figuring out how to do this together while you guys watch. Yay! Hey!
Look at how much taller I am.
Wait. This is Matt. I'm going to hand it over to him while I go live on Facebook.
All right. Hey, we're YouTube live.
Rotate your phone. Will you correct?
I'm nervous. Hello, I think there's 2 people joining us. I'm Matt.
I'm Tara. Hi. Who's joined us?
I don't know. It says 2 up in the corner.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So.
Okay. Well, I think we're live on Facebook as well, although we might be. Matt, will you check your phone and see if we're sideways on Facebook?
Let's check.
This is the Drama Mama. Matt's sitting down because, here, even if I stand on the couch, I'm still this is not an optical illusion. That's really how tall we both are as adults. Nothing's changing at this point. So we're checking in on Facebook and seeing if it's working for us there as well. And this is Improv. So welcome to Improv for Kids, although we are excited to do this for people of all ages. We're good? Okay. Oh, Facebook Live. I'm just walking in and out of the frame. Here. We're figuring it out. Listen, you guys are involved in all of this stuff. Are we good here too?
I think we're good
We have
there.
4 people on the Facebook.
All right.
Hi, welcome to Improv for Kids. I don't know what to do with myself.
Every time I see myself in these things, I realize how large I am. I'm just a huge person.
Okay, so where do we start? I think let's start by talking to you
Sure.
about your career in improv. I'm going to move this over. Hi, everyone on Facebook. Just bear with us. So Matt's done improv for a long time. There, that makes more sense.
Yes.
And I'm happy to have him here today.
I'm pulling up the Facebook Live so we can talk to you if we have to. If we have to.
Listen, this is the Drama Mama's first live event, so bear with us, okay? People are commenting.
It is sideways.
It's sideways?
It is sideways.
Hi. Ellie is signing on. All right, is it side?
Yeah.
This picture is sideways on Facebook. Okay, all right, fine.
I'm glad that I pulled it up.
Fine. Okay.
We're going live soon. Well, we are live, but we're going live YouTube-wise.
We are live on YouTube as well.
Yeah, but we're starting shortly.
Maybe like that.
You might have to restart the Facebook Live thing, actually, to do it horizontal.
Will it go horizontal?
It should. Here, let me just get closer. Whatever.
Okay, all right.
We're good.
Cool. All right, so we're going to talk about Matt. We're going to talk about his experience in improv. But before we do that, actually, should we just warm up?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Matt has coffee. He's probably going to need to put down. Okay, so as actors, as performers, our body, as you guys know, is our...
I'm standing.
We really should have thought of this through more. I need an apple box.
Yeah.
See my production crew out there, get me an apple box.
It looks like I'm standing. Kind of.
Our body is our instrument, right? People, you play the guitar. That's the instrument you use when you play the guitar. Actors, we just have our vocal cords and our body. And so it's really good to warm them up. Do you have anything you do before a show?
I always do sound and movement pass with a group. But other than that, I usually just keep to myself. And I just constantly am shaking it out.
So let's do that, friends. Let's shake it up. Shake it up. There's that great not YouTube, Taylor Swift.
Oh, shake it out.
You're shaking it out while sitting.
I know, it's weird.
So something I really like to do is I like to just bend. I'm going to go out of frame. Just bend. Can you see me? At the hip. And make sure you bend your knees just a little bit while you're doing this so that you don't lock your knees and faint. And it's like a rag doll, what I call it. It's really important that you just flop all the way over and you let yourself hang there. I'm going to count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up, everybody. Don't come up too fast. You will see stars and then faint. And then somebody will sue us or something. So don't do that.
I'm gonna sit.
One of the things I've learned about that is that it actually releases serotonin in the brain.
Yeah, that was great.
Isn't that great?
I need to do that more.
And a lot of my students say, like, what is serotonin? Which is a great question. It's a chemical that makes you happy, right? So I used to call it like happy juice. I don't know. But I was gonna make it no. But so yeah, that releases serotonin in your brain, and then you feel better. Should we stretch out our faces?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Stretchy face. Squishy face. Stretchy face.
Oh. Seeing stars.
Squishy face. Oh,
Hey,
I see.
you have a squishy face?
There's my 4-year-old. Do you want to come on in? All right, stretchy face again. And squishy face. Now, let's warm up. Our tongues. And stick the tongue all the way out. And we're going to say everything.
Really? I love it.
Really? All right, all the way out.
And
All right, good. Now feel better. And then the horsey thing. We're gonna spin. I'm gonna get away.
Yeah.
Listen, you're gonna spit a little bit when you do that one, and it's okay.
6 feet though.
Don't do it in public right now. Stay 6 feet away from somebody, but it's still okay. Okay? So this is Zeke. Here. So what is improv?
Improv. It's coming up with things as they happen.
Just
The speed of thought.
it's the speed of thought. So is improv at all scripted, or can it be scripted?
No,
Okay,
but improv can be applied to scripted work.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if I'm just going to do straight improv, I'm going in with no script.
Right.
I'm just coming up with things as they come to me. So I have a question about that because that seems a little scary. Is there a right and wrong way to do improv?
If you go into a level 1 class, you will hear no. There is no wrong way.
Okay, no wrong way. That's really good news, especially for a lot of our watchers, because maybe this is the first time they're hearing about improv.
It's always better to do than not do, is what I always think.
Great.
Always better to go forward than stand still.
This is my son, Zeke. You don't need this. All right. This is Zeke. So it's always better to do than not do. So maybe the worst sort of choice we can make in improv then would be to just be quiet.
Exactly. To not do anything. If quiet is the thing that you decide to do, that's fine. But you have to do something.
You have to do something. Okay. And so like what I always like to say when it comes to acting is there's no right or wrong way with acting, but there are better choices to be made, right? So I'm never going to look at you and say that was the wrong way to do that monologue because it's art. There is no right or wrong when it comes to art, but there are better choices to be made to maybe achieve our goal. I don't know if our goal is to be funny. I don't know if our goal is to be serious. I don't know what kind of emotion we're trying to get out of our audience. Today, it's mostly funny, right? But sometimes there are better choices to be made. And sometimes, as the director, I don't even know the choice yet. I just know that if we keep trying different stuff, we'll get to it. Are you watching us
Yeah.
live while we're
I
live?
am.
Oh.
It's us.
Nice. Okay.
So far, I see that the picture's sideways. Or was.
It was. Now it's not. Yay.
Cool.
Okay. So, what's the first rule of improv?
Well, depending on who you ask, there are really no rules, but we like to kind of tell people early on that a really good guideline for always moving things forward and doing is the idea of yes and.
Oh, I've heard this a lot. So you guys probably have heard this a lot. And some of you have heard this so much that you joke about it, but you don't even really know what it means. I was there as a kid, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, and. So that, what, prevents you from, like, killing a scene?
Kind of. Well, I mean, yes, but it also is just kind of at its core how improv exists, you know? So if you were to present an idea to me, my first response needs to be yes. This is a great idea.
Okay.
Yes, this is the idea that we're going with. And then the and is supposed to be, here's what I can add to that. Right?
Okay, because
So
you want
you're-
to help me along.
Exactly.
You want me to help you along, to you to help me along, help you along.
Exactly. And because of that, we create at the speed of thought,
I see.
right?
Okay, so let's do a bad example. Let's do.
So a denial. This would be a denial.
Zeke is going to sit back here and hum. I hope everyone's okay with that.
I love
Okay, we're
a little
home.
soundtrack.
Everyone's home for coronavirus. We are, I promise, over the pacifier, all of you, that we found one today. So don't judge. No judging. Okay, so a bad example of yes and would maybe be, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Is it possible that some of us get really caught up in what we thought you were going to say, what I thought you were going to say?
Definitely.
And then I get kind of confused because I have a track in my mind about where the story is supposed to go.
Yes.
He's still trying to figure out his phone stuff.
No, I'm not sure if it's.
Is it sideways still, Facebook? Are we still sideways?
Are we on? Is the live stream still? Okay, good. Okay.
Yes, this is whose line is it anyway, Josh?
Yes.
That's exactly what this is. Trip over my kid.
And yes, so the idea is that no matter what the information, so a bad version would be yes. Someone saying, yes, I like the information you're saying. I'm going to do something with it. And the subversive way of being like, but I'm going to do my thing is a yes, but.
So that's still like a fail.
That's still, it's taking longer to get the information to this place because you're agreeing with it, but you're also saying, I kind of have a better idea.
Right. And you do, okay, so let's do an example. Let's
Sure.
try one. Matt and I have not rehearsed anything, so I have no idea what's going to happen. I apologize in advance. Okay, so if I said, so this is what not to do. We're going to start there.
Yeah.
This is what not to do. So if I said to you, did you see Mary's hair on fire earlier this morning when she was at Publix and her hair was on fire?
Yes, but I hear she's fine. Right?
Where do we go from there? She is.
That feels terrible, right?
It's so awkward. Someone's calling
Wow.
me. Okay, so
Right. So you presented this really rich thing with all these great details, and I said, yeah. All of that's fine, and so is she. So we
Can't
shouldn't
go
talk
anywhere.
about it anymore.
So we don't
Right.
have anywhere to go.
Right. So it's on to you to just provide something new, and then I say yes, but this, and then you say, okay, well I keep having to add stuff.
So all the work is on
right?
me. Oh, I get it now. So all the work is on me, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay. So let's do it the right way.
Yes.
Did you see Mary's hair on fire this morning at Publix?
Yes, I did. They had to shut down the entire Publix.
Is that right? I was wondering, and yes, and I is that how you do it? I heard Mary is now in the hospital.
Yes. And none of her family is going to see her because they all live in Michigan.
Yes. And Michigan has been shut down indefinitely. But they can't come see her because of the freeze.
Yes. And because of the freeze, they had to shut down the Publixes up there. It's great. They got fire and ice shutting down all the Publixes.
Any more elements that we can work in? All of the elements.
Yes.
Yes, and did you hear the earth collapse?
Yeah. Yeah, they had to shut down all the Publixes because of that. Walmart's too.
Life. We're
Yeah.
talking about real life.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because you see when you yes and you get both people just get more excited.
It's true.
So like, because we're building this thing without knowing where it's going, which
That's
is
true.
really cool. And it's really cool when you hear something yes and it in a way where you're like, that's kind of where I was thinking.
Right.
You know?
Okay,
and it's
that
like,
makes perfect
oh,
sense.
we're doing it.
We're
Yeah.
doing it. All right. So one of the things that I always teach my acting students might be quite literally telling you what your character is. And so for me, and I don't know about you, but because everybody's different. Once again, it's art. There's no right or wrong way. There are just better choices to be made. For me, one of the ways I get into character is physically. So how does the way we move physically in improv affect the scene?
Oh, almost 100% is there's a bunch, I mean, physically, there's mentally, I mean, all these acting techniques like Meisner and all this stuff is basically has to be condensed down to a millisecond in improv because you're like, I either have to think of someone I know and become a character, I have to step real hard and now that's my guy, or it's outward, inward, basically, external or inward. And you just have to do it like this. But the thing in improv is you have to commit immediately.
You have to commit immediately. Okay.
Immediately.
And so one really easy way to commit immediately to different type of physicality. So we're talking about how different types of characters hold themselves in their body is to decide, decide right away. Whoa! Are you okay? Are you okay? Decide right away what part of the body your character leads with.
Yes.
Do you ever do this?
Oh yeah,
This
all
is
the
really
time.
fun.
So we do this great exercise called the character walk.
Okay.
This is what I call it.
Great.
But it's basically everyone mills about the space as their neutral kind of selves, and then we'll just guide everyone through just leading with a different part of the body. It can be as complicated as like lead with your inner eye or whatever, or it can be lead with your foot, lead with your chest, which would be this kind of person, you know.
Let's try it.
Sure.
Let's have them do it at home. Okay, so now walk around your space, no matter where you are, living room, your bedroom. Get your mom and dad can play along with this. Just walk around your space at a neutral pace. I'm gonna walk in place, so I don't need the.
I'm gonna make it look like I'm walking.
Zeke is fine, by the way. He's not being knocked over.
All right. So as you're walking, you're just neutral pace. Your arms at your sides or whatever. Just lead with your left knee, whatever that means to you. It can be as obvious as like, oh, now my left knee goes up higher. Maybe you have a limp with your left knee. Maybe you just kind of sidle. Your hip kind of turns a little bit. Whatever that means to you. And then as you're milling about the space, kind of rest into it. Because you don't have to find it immediately. The whole point of walking around is you get to it. And then, so then, like,
can I tell you one of my favorites?
Yeah.
Okay, one of my favorites. When you've been leading with your left knee, there's my dog. It's a circus over here. Now I want you to lead. One of my favorites is to lead with your belly. Because this guy or this lady is just like, I don't know. I kind of think this is a one to get into right away where you start talking.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of different reasons that, I mean, yes, you could be pregnant, the obvious one, right? But also this could be one of those like old man guts, right? You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just like an issue. I don't know. Maybe you have a 4-year-old on your legs. I don't know. So that's one. Okay. Give us another one.
I like to lead with the nose.
Oh.
Nose.
Oh.
Yes.
Maybe you go first with the nose.
Very educational, authoritative, but in an intellectual way. Some glasses.
Okay, the thing I'm noticing now is that your physicality quite literally changed the way you were speaking.
Yes, exactly. Everything informs everything else, is how I always think of it. Your physical demeanor informs everything else. Your mental state, your voice, your mannerisms, for example. I'm using my hands in a much more consolidated way rather than presenting my belly. That was
I feel like this guy's like y'all. I don't know, what is it? I would have to play around with this one.
yeah. Perhaps it for me.
Rest it for me. Rest it for me. Bubba.
Yeah,
Bubba.
yeah, Mama, what's up?
You're all right. I don't know if I can quite get there. All right. By the way, Bubba.
Oh,
This.
this is like an Obama voice. By the way, Obama.
By the way. By the way. So once again, there's no right or wrong, and it's really good to play. You're not going to get it right off the bat all the time. Sometimes you will. Sometimes you absolutely will. All right. So now we've played with some physicality, the nose, the belly, the knee. Something's up with the knee.
It's like who that guy is.
This is what I want to do with that.
Sitting down, leading with a knee. I feel like I'm a guy that's like constantly needing to go. Like, is this on? Is this happening?
Am I gonna
sure.
lead? Well, and I'll do a whole session on body language one day because you guys, a lot of you who know me know that I love body language, so look forward to that. I do want to get back to, so if I'm just with my mom or dad or sister today and I want to practice some scene work,
Yeah.
how do we get started? You were talking about something called crow.
Yes, crow is character, relationship, objective, where, and a silent E at the end for emotion. And emotion, it's like not.
Oh, improv.
Yeah, I know.
Improvisation.
But the idea is that within the first 3 lines, it's good to practice those first 3 lines as all of that exposition.
Okay, so say it again.
So character,
Character,
relationship,
relationship,
objective,
objective,
where,
where,
and emotion.
emotion.
Yes.
Within the first 3 lines.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's easier. The whole point of doing that within the first 3 lines is by the time you learn the form so you can break it, it's like you're stretching a muscle,
Makes sense.
right? That then you can go and perform and play really well.
And not
in
really
sports.
be nervous about having a concrete foundation.
Right.
So you're
right.
building the foundation, practicing that. So for all of you that are brand new to doing improv, let's practice that. I actually was telling Matt earlier, I learned a formula years ago that I've used that's similar to crow with a silent E. And I'm going to teach it to you right now so you can actually take this formula, use it with a friend. You can even do it over FaceTime with a friend because I know a lot of you are stuck at home right now. You can do it with a mom or a dad or a sibling. If you have a mom or a dad or grandma sibling, grab them, pull them in here, see if they'll practice with you. We'll give you a second while Matt checks his Twitter.
See if
Not
anyone's
doing
commenting.
anything. Oh, are they? Are you guys commenting on the
my
Facebook?
Oh, you know what? That's why my phone doesn't have good service.
That's why. Yeah.
I'm like, what is
You
going
need
on?
to have better service.
Yeah. Well, you want to do one?
Let's do it. So
Sure.
this is the formula I learned years ago. One of you is going to be A, and the other one is going to be B, and it doesn't matter who is which.
You're A.
You want me to be A? You
I'll
wanted them
be
to
B.
visually see it. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, we'll put the crow in the description below, so you can copy it and paste it into your drama notebook folder that all of you should have. Okay, I'm going to be A. He's going to be B. You decide. Who's A and who's B? We'll give you space. Okay, here we go. A is going to name B. They're going to give B a name, but in conversation. All of this happens in conversation. So don't get excited, A's, and don't be like, your name is Bob. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing. Okay, stay with me. Okay, A is going to say something like, "Hi, Stan. I'm happy you're here." In conversation. Did you see that? So now he knows his name is Stan. He also knows that I'm happy that he's here. Okay. B is going to give A a name. "Hi, Stan. I'm happy that you're here."
Thank you, Bet.
Bet.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Thank you, Bet. It's nice to be here.
Great. B is also, sorry, I forgot to tell you this.
Yes.
B is also, oh, I just touched you. We're not supposed to touch each other. Burn. Man. B is also going to tell us where we are located. Okay, so I forgot to tell him that. So we'll start over. "Hi, Stan. I'm glad you're here."
Thanks, Bet. It's nice to be at brunch with all of the girls.
Your name is Stan.
I know.
Okay, we're not discriminating. Maybe there's some girls named Stan. Or are you a guy at brunch with all the girls?
Who knows?
Who knows? I'm already messing it up. This is what not to do. Okay, so now he gave me a name, my name is Beth, and a place for a brunch with all of the girls. I'm going to give him a prop. Now remember, I don't physically give him a prop. I'm not like, "Here's your bunny." I am going to give it to him in conversation. "Stan, we invited you to brunch with all of us for a very specific reason. We have noticed that you've been carrying that black and white spotted umbrella for 10 years now."
Well, Bet, of course. It could rain at any moment.
Great. So did you see what he did? He said yes to my suggestion. And he has an umbrella.
Black and white polka dotted.
Black and white polka dotted umbrella. So now what's my name? It's Bet.
Bet.
What's his name?
Stan,
Where are we?
brunch with the girls.
Brunch with the girls. What's he got?
Black and white polka dot.
Umbrella. And what's the problem?
That you guys, this was a secret intervention.
It was an intervention about the umbrella. Do we know why we don't like the umbrella? We don't, but we will if he continues to say yes and I continue to say yes. Now, what would have killed the scene is if I said, "We asked you here because you've been carrying that black and white umbrella for 10 years now." And you said,
I said, I got rid of it yesterday.
"God almighty."
So I'm glad that we're talking about it now. And he'd be like,
There's nowhere to go from
I know. That's when I push everyone aside and I say,
just the match show.
"This is the match show."
Right. Okay, so this can be a little more difficult than it seems at first because all of us want to control the scene. We just do, especially performers. We just really, it feels scary for us to not know what's coming next. So don't be hard on yourself if you catch yourself saying, "No, I don't. No, it's not. No, you can't," because it's normal. But if you catch yourself and you go, wait, scene partner, I just shot you down. Let me backtrack and try again. Then you get better and better at it. Do you want to do that one more time?
Sure.
You be A.
I'm A.
You give me a name.
All right. Well, Dan, it's great to have you on the force.
Thanks, Pablo. I worked real hard to get here, and I'm proud to say the 007 garage is exactly the stakeout place I would have picked as well.
Yeah, well, it's good to hear, and you're gonna have to deposit your civilian clothes. I see you got them all packed up.
Oh, these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to deposit them, but I didn't see the box, which didn't do so.
Well, it's around here somewhere. It's right here by the family album that I have in my garage.
Oh.
There you go. Go ahead.
The
Drop it in
007
there.
family album.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Drop it.
All right.
Go
It's in.
there. You know, in my tool shed,
Oh, we're still here.
Is where we
Sorry.
got the comms station is in my tool shed, and my bathroom is the war room. Just so you know, help yourself to
Great.
anything in the fridge.
Listen, I've been applying for this stakeout garage for I want to say 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I feel very lucky to have gone through that process and have made it all the way here.
Listen, mi casa es su casa es the 000 headquarters.
Thanks, Pablo. Okay. All right. So don't be afraid to try different things out, and also don't get hung up on naming each other. And the other thing I want to say is to be respectful of your scene partner and your surroundings, because sometimes those of us that want to be funny and are even maybe intuitively a little funny, we can go for the sort of the jab, maybe I name you Stinky Butt instead of Pablo, just because I think it's funny, but then your scene partner is like, don't call me Stinky Butt, So then you're not even having work anymore. You're just arguing with your brother or your sister. So try to rise above that and be more creative. Same thing. That's true of curse words too. I think that it's much funnier when you find other words than curse words, in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah.
There are words out there that are much funnier.
I mean,
I'm still standing.
so great. Yeah, here we go.
I think there are better words than curse words. All right. I'm younger.
Yeah. Well, and to go off of that, the idea of supporting your scene partner, because there's this idea where it's no matter what your scene partner says in a scene, that is gold. You have to think of it as the best thing they could have said. If you don't, then you're going to silently judge, and then you're going to also be in your head, and you're going to be worried about, is this going well? And it's no. In that moment, know it's going well, and it will go well.
And it will go well.
Yeah.
And practice.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the better you get at it, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, with what we just did, it's we named each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what the crow is, because it sounds intimidating to stuff, 6 CROWE, 5 things into 3 lines, but we did that.
Character, relationship, objective.
Where we are,
and then emotion.
And emotion.
Okay.
You're excited to be on the force. My name's Pablo. Your name's Dan. Dan. Yeah, Dan. And we're at the 00 headquarters, and you're excited,
and you're showing me around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the idea is that if you have any loose ends like that, where you realize your scene's not going anywhere or something, you kind of look back and go, oh, we haven't said where we are yet.
Oh,
and as soon as you
guys hear that? Did you hear that part? That's really good.
Because as soon as you realize you haven't said where you are, and you do say where you are, it can change everything.
You just made me think of something else. So in working with middle and high school kids for so long, sometimes I would forget, just because they're young and they're not judging themselves as much maybe yet, how creative they can be. And I want you to remember. Now, a lot of you kids are going to go duh, but I want you to remember that one of the lovely things about improv is that you can be anyone or anything. So you don't have to be. So I'm a 5-foot woman, right? But in improv, I could be
a 6'6" man with a beard.
Oh, you? I can be you. I can be you. Or I can be a lizard, or I can be an alien, and anything can happen in improv too. We might be in a garage and we're on the force and talking, but then aliens can attack. It's very easy to get violent in improv. Why do you think that is?
I think because it's a instant heightener.
Oh.
It heightens immediately. You'll see it a lot.
Exactly
the idea of someone in a scene, I got a gun.
Yeah.
And this is a gun, by the way. Not this. This
is
how you hold one.
Because it's my name. Mine's a little gun.
Yeah. And then the other thing that people do all the time, I'm actually this guy. Yeah. Which when you go through, it's pretty. It can be fun, but for early people, it's it's good to here's a sword.
Now we're fighting.
Yeah.
I do find though with the violence that it doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
Right. Because now we're here or we're here.
Well,
Where do we go from there?
you have to think that if someone pulls a gun and you're thinking of like a movie when you do it, but the movie, that scene ends.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that in improv. You can't go like, ha, I have a gun, bang. All right.
That's literally
Well,
kill the scene.
that was good. Now you're in a scene by yourself. And it can go on for as long as
By
anyone-
yourself.
yeah. Yep.
So I guess to really strengthen your improv skills, try to stay away from violence and be easy out the easy jokes. Try to be more creative.
Yeah, because I don't know if anyone noticed, but when we were doing the garage thing, I picked up on a game, and I won't go too far into game because game is like the pattern of what's funny in a scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could go into that next
Oh,
time.
yeah, because game is pretty intimidating. But
Oh,
the game of that scene was nothing about what we were doing beyond what if a 007 headquarters was in a garage. If that's true, what else is true about that? And that's why I was saying, oh, it's behind the photo album, the family photo albums in the thing. And,
Huh.
you know,
Makes a lot of
in the
sense.
bathroom is the war room. The tool shed is that. Help yourself to the fridge, you know.
Right.
And I'm just picturing a big bustling 007 spy headquarters at a guy's house.
Just like amid
Yeah.
the dogs and
Yeah,
the cats and the
It's like-
magazine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you, as an actor, when we get new scene work, as a director, I always say to my actors, I want you to really visualize the space around us before the set is built. Right? And so we really talk about like even the imaginary fourth wall, talking to all you actors that know what I'm talking about. What's back there? Is there a clock? Is there a door? Is it a meadow? It depends on what the scene says, right? If we're in a house and there's probably a wall. Is there stairs? Or sometimes we know, but you just have to paint it in your head. The more realistic you become in visualizing that, the more hyper aware you are to your surroundings. And the same is true of improv.
Oh, yeah.
It's just happening that fast.
Exactly.
It's just that now we're here at brunch. And when you said, I'm happy to be here at brunch with the girls, immediately I saw pink peonies everywhere. Just like they're just like popped up everywhere. I was like, oh, we're just surrounded by pink and white and champagne. And I think you have to be in that space, in that headspace, in order to keep the scene moving along. Do you have any other games you're gonna play? Are you on finally?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, Crow. Yeah, I'll post in there about the Crow.
Yeah.
Any other games? I like to do this one with in that same vein that you were talking about. This game is called Yes Let's,
Okay.
and it does a few things. We don't have to do it because we
could try it.
We could do it.
We know you're not here with us physically, and that if you were here with us physically, it'd be a bit different. But these are special circumstances, so
Yeah. Well, and this is cool because Yes Let's teaches a few things. It teaches how to give and take the spotlight
good.
with all your scene partners. It teaches you to not judge information and just do. And it also teaches you to live in a space. Like
Okay.
you're talking about.
Like I was just talking
Yeah.
about. Okay.
So the way this works is whatever size the group is, someone will say, let's go to wherever. Let's go to the library.
Okay.
Everyone in the group will say, yes, let's. And then they go to the library. And everyone's in the library and they can do whatever they might think about doing in a library. And now what's interesting is, oh yeah, she's reading.
I'm Instagramming.
And I am on a computer looking up a book. And then what would kill this game is if she's reading a book and I'm throwing darts. Because you don't do that at a library, right? Even if someone's like, wouldn't it be funny if I did this at a library? That's not what we're going for. We're going for building
realistic.
the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it kind of goes with what you were saying too. You don't want to be the person that goes, hey, I'm funny.
Me.
Right? Look at me. You want to give and take the spotlight. We can interact with each other. I'd be like, what are you reading? You know.
William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, that's funny. I actually need that for my class. I've been looking
what
it up
class are you
for
taking?
Shakespeare 201.
Oh, right. Molly Smith teaches that.
Oh yeah.
She's funny.
That's her on the wall right there. That's
Yes, that's Molly Smith.
she librarians on the weekends.
She does. This is her weekend job.
And now, in any time you want, you can just yell out, "Yeah, let's go to the zoo," and everyone goes,
There's a
"Yes,
song.
let's."
Everyone, toddlers, like, let's not go to the zoo.
Oh,
Libby.
let's
Sorry.
go to McDonald's. Whatever. There you go. Old
Okay.
McDonald's farm. There's no song associated with that.
Let me try it.
Sure.
Let's go to the Strawberry Festival.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's.
Go to the Strawberry Festival.
I'm thinking strawberries.
I'm listening to music. I shouldn't tell you what I'm doing, right?
No, I mean
I'm
we
just
don't.
supposed
Yeah,
to,
we're just.
like,
I'm
listen.
just doing this for the folks at home.
Do you like strawberries?
Oh, this is for my dad.
Oh, your
Let's
dad.
go to the hardware store.
Yes, let's.
Boom. And you see, we just keep going around. And typically, you don't actually interact with you interact, but you don't speak to the other people.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter.
I just don't want that wrench.
Because
It's old.
that was a bad wrench.
It was old and they were selling it new. I don't know.
But the idea is that the space can inform so much. And when you do something, when you're doing something, like you were saying, the physical thing just leads you to the next thing, or just on accident most of the time.
Yeah, physicality gets me there like really quickly. Some people need the go inside out. Some people go outside in. I'm an outside in person, so I want to know like what shoes I'm wearing, how my character walks, what if they're young. So like you can also be different ages. Don't forget that in improv. You don't have to be your age. You can be like Ellie, one of my past students, or I guess she's my current student again, just sent me a monologue in which she was a 6-year-old. And the direction I gave her was to be a little more loosey-goosey because she's a little older now and she's very grounded, right? So that can even inform your character just by the way you move, right? Or if you're a little bit older and gravity is taking over in the opposite direction, that can even inform your character. Are you
Yeah, I'm responding.
We can wrap this
Responding to that.
lesson up if you want.
Sure.
Just
Just to remind everyone how tall I am. I just want to just stand up.
But they can't see you.
I know they can't even see me on YouTube.
I'm not wearing shoes because I'm inside.
Oh my god.
And also,
Look at that. I'm still taller.
still taller than me, and I'm on a couch.
Look at how big my head is. Compared just
Listen,
everything.
While our
God.
feet are on, my feet are on camera, I want to remind everyone, especially all my students who have taken my classes before, your feet are the most honest part of your entire body. So never forget about them when you're acting. They're the most honest part of your entire body.
Yes.
This was like Improv 101, right?
Yeah. It's all about setting yourself up with a good foundation of reality for then you can play around with.
And it's okay if you forget some of these tools. We're going to put all of it. I was going to say a lot of it, but why would we put all of it? We're gonna, just some of it in the description below. And also, if you want to go back and watch this, it'll be here for you to come back and watch so you can pause, practice, pause again, and you can do some of the let's, the A-B type of stuff, and just doing warm-ups every day is really great.
Yeah. And if you all are interested in more improv centric stuff, I have a newsletter. Yeah.
A newsletter.
Yeah, you can follow
Aww.
on Facebook at the Matt Walker Improv, and the newsletter. I have a landing page there that you can sign up for and stuff.
It's like 1885 right now.
I know.
You're like, dear Joan,
Yes.
thank you for writing in about your yes and question. That's my 1885 voice. That's how they talk to them.
Yes. Very much like this. No, that's like the 20s or something.
That was.
It's just in. War of the Worlds. It's happening.
All right. We won't keep you here while we just talk to each other. Stay safe. Be well. Drama Mama will be back maybe even tomorrow with more lessons. I'm going to bring some more monologues back that are a little more mature. So monologues maybe for like 14 to 16, 14 to 18-year-old range, and critique some monologues that I've been getting. So thank you for those. That's Matt Walker.
Thanks.
I'm Tara Quellhorst. Thanks.
That's Tara Quellhorst.
Who am I? And this has been the Drama Mama Improv for Kids.
Yay.
Yay.
That was fun.
It was fun. Thanks. Oh my God, it was 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's great.
I think that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the face. Are you sure you want to end your stream? Yeah. Is it still streaming?